Hello everyone, this is the chosen one. I am so exhausted. I've been up since probably 12 hours. That's not that bad. I'm gonna sound really tired in this stream, I apologize. I'm not gonna talk much, I'm just kind of streaming because I need to keep myself up so I could fix my sleep schedule. By tomorrow it should be fixed, but for now I'm gonna try staying up. So I figured we'll hang out on stream, and I'll just watch a few videos with you guys. We just if the stream's probably gonna get deleted afterwards, cause this is just dumb. But I needed to do something to keep myself up, so let's do it. I'm gonna be watching being King of Fighters 15. I'm really interested in catching up in the lore. I'm gonna watch some King of Fighters videos. I wanna learn about the lore, like the Orochi saga, the Ness saga, the Ash saga, this thing called Verse or whatever. We're gonna try getting into all of that. So let's see. So there's this guy, I remember watching this a long time ago when I was falling asleep, so we're gonna try it again. Let me know if the sound is good, but yeah, we're gonna learn about King of Fighters and its storyline, so here we go. Make sure everything is okay.
炎がお前を呼んでるぜ。なら燃え尽きろ。潔くな。
The King of Fighters, the most prominent series of fighting games made by SNK, starting as a dream match of characters from the company's various arcade titles. KOF has succeeded to become a stable franchise among the community of fighting games genre thanks to its tight and precise gameplay, featuring an unforgettable cast of charismatic characters. But in this series of videos, we will not talk about technicalities and combos executions.
Wait. Is it like over the border? It is. When I do full screen, darn it. Darn it, man, that sucks. Hold on, give me a second. We'll just watch it like this, I guess. Also, hi Golden, how you doing?
Instead, we will focus on a subject that is usually neglected in fighting games discussions, that is, the story and mythos behind the characters. Welcome to the King of Fighters lore. KOF has plenty of style and charm that always triggered my curiosity to know more about all its characters.
It looks a bit stretched, right? Let's fix that. That's better.
Like, why these two hate each other so much? Why would Kim, the Justice Defender, team up with these two obvious criminals? And what's the story of Leona? And why did she go berserk?
Sorry, I was just checking if
In
it sounds good.
97,
Okay.
these questions and many more pushed me to search deep in the backstory of each character and discovered that even though many of them were established in other titles, the King of Fighters series managed to build through many entries its own rich and solid lore. So rich in fact that it includes 4 distinct arcs so far. This video summarizes the events of the first part, also known as the Orochi Saga, which includes the games from 95 to 97. But the story itself begins way before, thousands of years ago.
What time is sunset today?
In immemorial times, Earth gave birth to a powerful being called Orochi, which is an interpretation of the 8-headed serpent in Japanese mythology. Orochi was created to be the protector of nature. It gained followers to its cause and eventually formed a clan. From these followers, it chose the 8 strongest warrior among them to be the 8 heads of the serpent, also known as the Hakishu, and granted each one of them with a unique power. But as human civilization started to evolve and advance, the natural balance began to crumble. Orochi grew tired of the destruction of nature caused by humans, and with the help of its followers, waged war against them in an attempt to wipe all humanity from existence. However, it was stopped when the 3 clans of Kusanagi, Yata, and Uyasakani teamed up and used 3 mystical treasures to defeat and seal Orochi with his Hakishu. 660 years later, Oroshi's seal began to weaken, and the 3 clans decided to move its vessel into another location. The Hakishu, who were sealed separately, used this chance to free themselves. While the 3 clans were creating a new seal, one of the Hakishu sowed discord between them by killing the Yasakani leader's wife. Under a disguise, the murderer then approached the Yasakani head and reported that the Kusanagi clan was responsible, saying that it was atonement for letting the seal weaken. Angered by the revelation, the Yasakani made a blood pact with Orochi to gain the necessary means for revenge. Then they renamed themselves as the Yagami clan. Thus began the fierce rivalry between the Kusanagi and the Yagami. The Hakishu, who managed to free themselves during these events, kept trying to revive their lord and repeatedly reincarnated throughout the ages in different parts of the world, always in search of Oroshi's seal. In modern time, their group consists of Mature, Vice, Yamazaki, and Gaiden. The 4 remaining members of the Hakishu, also known as the 4 Heavenly Kings of Orochi, are even stronger than the rest of the group, since they were granted control on elements of nature. This elite group includes Chris, who can control blue-tinted flames, Shermi with the power of lightning, Yashiro Nanakazi, who has power over the earth, and finally, the leader of all the Hakishu and the Orochi clan, Genitsu, who can control the currents of the wind. Ever since his young age, Genitsu knew his duty as a heavenly king. He became a missionary and traveled the world seemingly to help those in need, but in reality he was looking for means to revive his lord Orochi. At some point in his life, he encountered Rugal Bernstein, a very powerful arms dealer, and easily defeated him with a blow that took one of his eyes. Still, he was impressed that Rugal survived his attack and saw him as a potential vessel for Orochi. As an experiment, he gave him some of Oroshi's powers and tasked Mature and Vice to keep an eye on him. Then Genitz visited a remote village where Gaidel, one of the Hakishu, was living a peaceful life. After realizing that Gaidel has no interest in Oroshi's revival, Genitz considered it as a betrayal to their cause, and as a response, he activated a condition called the Right of the Blood in Gaidel's daughter, Leona, which led the young girl to go berserk and kill all the inhabitants of her village, including her parents.
Snap.
Genitz continued his moves to speed up the return
Holy
of Orochi.
cow.
He paid a visit to the Yatta household, one of the 3 clans that defeated Orochi in the past. He murdered the current head of the clan, Maki Kagura, and broke the sea's power. Now, it's just a matter of time before Orochi gathers enough energy and finally materializes in the physical world.
But then... the Animu boys came.
Bored of the lack of competition and eager to find worthy opponents, Rugal Bernstein organized the King of Fighters tournament with the help of Mature and Vice, who posed as his secretaries. He sent out 24 invitations to the world's most wicked warriors. 8 teams were formed, each representing a different country. During the invitation phase, Rugal was challenged by the current head of the Kusanagi clan, Saishu, but he was no match of the crime lord Strange, and Rugal won the battle. At the tournament's conclusion, Mature invited the winning Japan team to fight their final match within an aircraft carrier called Black Noah. It is there when Rugal revealed the true purpose of his tournament: defeat the winning team and preserve their bodies in liquid metal to add to his grisly collection of previous challengers. Kyo saw his defeated father there and decides to avenge him.
I wonder how they recorded that to be a
As
close
Rugal
call.
is finally beaten,
That was
but
kinda
unwilling
cool.
to accept defeat, he triggers
They
the
show like
self-destruct
them actually
mechanism on
losing.
his
It's
ship.
like funny.
Kyo and his friends
And they
managed to
barely
escape
win.
the explosion, and Rugal was believed dead, but he actually used the Orochi power to survive, replacing his destroyed right forearm with cybernetics. Rugal revived Saisha as well and brainwashed him with the help of Vice.
Dang, Terry was getting suplexed or whatever you want to call it.
Desiring revenge, Rugal sent out invitations the next year for another King of Fighters tournament. Meanwhile, Geese Howard, another crime lord, wanted to have his own team
Our
in the
boy.
tournament. He charged his faithful servant Billy Kane to recruit the ninja Eiji Kisaragi and Kyo's biggest rival, Iori Yagami. Then saw the invitations from the American sports team and entered the tournament as the rivals team.
Oh.
At the end of the tournament, Rugal kidnapped the winning team, who happened to be Japan team again, and forced them to fight a brainwashed Saishu, and then himself. But despite using Oroshi's power and becoming Omega Rugal, Kyo's team defeated him.
Nice, let's go.
Beaten for the second time, Rugal tried to use more of the Orochi power, but not being a descendant of the Orochi clan, this act ended up consuming him and disintegrating his body.
Off. There are no untrainable dogs, just untrained humans.
Rugal was no more. After the death of Rugal, Guinness shifted his attention to Iori and ordered Mature and Vice to observe and bring him to the 96th edition of KOF.
Okay.
He then decided to test the Kusanagi
So
air
this
and
guy's really the mastermind behind everything, okay. So Rugal was kind of just like a pawn in all this. I thought Rugal was like the mastermind, and like Geese was like a pawn in a way. But it's like three intersecting villains with each other who are all like using each other. That's crazy.
and challenged him in a fight which he won easily. The humiliation that Kyo felt after his defeat pushed him to invent new fighting techniques and enter the year's tournament to prove his strength to his unknown attacker.
In 1997.
Unlike the previous competitions who were shrouded in mystery, this year's tournament is a major international event and sponsored by famous corporations. The host is a wealthy and successful businesswoman who goes by the name Shizuru. She's also the younger heiress of the Yata clan and the twin sister of Maki, who was killed by Guinness years before. Shizuru was tracking the KOF tournaments all these years and organized the 96th edition to attract the attention of Kyo and Iori, the heirs of the other two clans, in order to help her replacing the broken seal of Orochi. Just like the prior competitions, Team Japan made it to the finals and won the fight against Shizuru, but before they had time to celebrate their victory, a strong windstorm destroyed the arena and Guinness made his appearance. His intention was to kill Kyo. Luckily, Iori and Shizuru intervened and the combined forces of the three fighters bested the wildly blowing wind of Guinness. Humiliated, he asked Mature and Vice for help, but the two betrayed him, having liked Iori's company and hated Guinness all this time. Before dying, Guinness activated the right of the blood in Iori, and the two women discovered that he was unable to control the Orochi power, and before they could do anything, they were brutally killed.
Oh, shoot. That's right. Forget about that. I love how in-depth the story is. They put a lot of work into this storyline.
Despite the events that occurred in the ends of KOF 96, the tournament was a huge commercial success and became a worldwide phenomenon. Large corporations rushed to sponsor the next edition, and many stadiums were constructed in different parts of the world to host the battles. All teams as well as new ones were formed and entered the tournament. As always, Kyo joined the competition with his faithful teammates Benimaru and Daimon, while Shizuru, the hostess of the previous KOF, entered the tournament as a member of the women fighters team. Meanwhile, Iori was absent during the preliminary matches. Kyo's team advanced to the finals, and at the tournament's conclusion, the participants were suddenly attacked by a wild Iori and Leona. After neutralizing the two enraged foes, Yashiro, Shermie and Chris, members of the New Faces team, entered the scene and revealed themselves as the three remaining Heavenly Kings of Orochi and the ones who triggered the right of the blood in Iori and Leona. Not only that, they also kidnapped Kyo's girlfriend, Yuki, with the intention of using her as the last of the sacrificial maidens for Oroshi's revival.
Why though?
After waking up from his enraged state, Iori joined Shizuru and Kyo, forming the three Sacred Weapons team and challenging the Heavenly Kings.
Awesome. That's sick.
Round 1. Ready, go!
This looks epic as heck. Is it lagging? Why is my stream lagging? Is it fine? I think we're good. Why is it? Hello? Why is my stream lagging? Is it fine? Hold on, guys. Give me a second. I'll make sure it's not like... Is it just lagging on my end? Or is it lagging for everyone else? Is the stream like buffering? The internet's fine. It says excellent connection. Okay. That's weird.
Unfortunately, they realized that their victory was pointless, as Yashiro informed them that their battle provided the last bit of energy needed for Orochi to materialize. Finally, the moment that the Hakishu were waiting for centuries arrived. The fearsome being reincarnated in Chris's body and would proceed to annihilate all mankind.
I wonder why
the only
Chris...
obstacle on his path are the descendants of the three clans that defeated him 1800 years ago.
すぐ楽にしてやるバカめ無駄だ
You know this Orochi guy's gonna come back in the new one. You just know. I mean, the fact that Chizuru came back after
After
the
a climactic
Orochi
battle
saga,
where
that's
each one of
crazy.
them gave it all what he had, they narrowly managed to defeat Orochi.
You just know that's what's
Or
gonna
so they
happen.
thought. The demon had still a last card to play. In a last-ditch effort, Orochi triggered the Rite of the Blood in Iori, hoping that he would turn on Kyo and Chizuru. But in an unexpected turn of events, Iori attacked Orochi instead and
That's
immobilized it.
right.
Without wasting time, Kyo took advantage of the situation, gathered all his power, and gave the fatal blow to the evil being, allowing Chizuru to reseal it again.
That is so cool.
The nightmare is over. Having passed out, Kyo was carried away by mysterious men. The last thing he remembered was Yuki saying that she will wait for him. A chapter ended in his life, but another was just beginning. And that was a brief summary of the Orochi saga. I tried to keep it brief and not focus too much on the characters' backstories, as I intend to make dedicated videos
That's
for this
right, I
purpose
still have
in
to
the
watch all
future.
of those.
In part 2 of KOF lore, the tournament changed the rules for the
We should
battle.
watch those
A
too, to be
shadowy
honest. I
organization
don't mind.
tried to dominate the world with an army of clones, and the franchise adopted a new protagonist as it passed to the next millennium.
Oh, K-dash time.
I hope you enjoyed this video.
Okay,
Give
let's
it a
watch the next saga now.
What song goes like?
I hate this ad. This ad is so freaking annoying. Whoop! I hate this ad so much.
The Nest Saga is the second arc of the King of Fighters series, and it includes the games from 1999 to 2001. And if you wonder why I ignored KOF 98, it's because it's considered non-canon,
Yeah.
just like 2002 and 12, despite
12?
being among the best entries in the series
Wait, 12
from a pure
too?
gameplay perspective. Except 12 maybe, it wasn't that good. But anyway, the story begins exactly where the Orochi saga has ended. Kyo woke up one day inside what it looked like a laboratory surrounded by all sorts of gadgets. He had no idea how much time had passed since his last fight against Orochi.
Oh.
He managed to free himself from captivity and learned the name of his captors, the Ness Cartel, a powerful syndicate that rules the underworld and deals with human experimentations and biotechnology. Kyo began to investigate on his own in an attempt to discover the reason behind his kidnapping and decided to not come back home before finding some answers. Meanwhile, Benimaru received an invitation to the 99's tournament, seemingly from Kyo's biggest fan, Shingo, but in reality, it was Ness that sent the invitations to both of them and set them up to join the new hero team with a mysterious man called K-Dash and his friend Maxima.
Oh.
And despite being unsettled by the circumstances, Benimaru entered the competition with hopes of finding what happened to his friend Kyo.
Oh. Okay. Interesting. I'm really interested in this saga because I have no idea what happens in this saga.
Unlike the previous editions, this year's tournament was shrouded in mystery. The host remained unknown and the rules were different. Each team now is composed of 4 members, and while the fights are still adopting the 3 against 3 method, the 4th fighter of each team would act as a support or a striker as the new rule called
Oh,
it.
okay, that's the striker
Raiden, the
system.
commander of the Ikari warriors, suspected that Nests may be involved with KOF.
Oh, that's where
and
they
dispatched
come in,
Ralph,
okay.
Clark, and Leona
Okay.
alongside a new recruit called Whip to
Oh, she's
investigate.
part of their team too? I didn't know that. That's where Whip comes. Interesting. Hey look, short hair Athena. We just saw her Athena. Apparently that's how you pronounce it.
The hero team made it to the finals and were able to meet the host of the tournament, a man known as Chrysalid, who was a Ness officer and looked suspiciously like K-Dash.
Oh.
K-Dash discovered that he was a product of the Ness technology. He was infused with Kyo Kusanagi's DNA, which explains why he could create and manipulate flames at will. His memory was altered and everything related to his past was either erased or repressed. Instead, he was made to believe that he was Chrysalid's clone, which is the opposite of the truth. In fact, Chrysalid was made to be the ultimate Kyo clone, and K-Dash was just a step to achieve this goal. Ness aimed for a world domination, and in order to do that, they would have to create an army of super-powered humans. That is why they kidnapped Kyo, the man who defeated Orochi, and created thousands of clones from his DNA,
That explains
then released them
that.
all around the globe. Their goal behind organizing KOF 99 was to collect data from the battles and use it to activate the clones, and at the same time use their own team, the new hero team, to defeat the other fighters.
What the
After
heck?
learning all this, K-Dash decided to stand against Ness' plans and with the help of Maxima, Benimaru and Shingo, challenged Chrysalid.
Yeah, my boy Benimaru putting in work in every saga, let's go. He's like, didn't he win like the most amount of tournaments in the whole series or something? Isn't that like a little like detail lore about him? I remember hearing something like that. Like canonically he won the
They managed
most.
to defeat him and stop his plan to activate
a real
the Kyo
bro.
clones. They learned that Chrysalid was just a pawn for Nests, and shortly after he was executed by his superior for failing his mission. When the base started to collapse, K-Dash and Maxima were separated from the rest of the team. Now living as fugitives, they were hunted down by both the Ikari squad and the Ness agents. But that would not stop K-Dash from trying to find a way to recover his lost memories.
Oh, and that's where they split up. But to think they worked with
The events that
Benimaru.
happened at the end of KOF 99 made the commander of the Ikari warriors very concerned about the real objective of the NES cartel, but he was unable to find any answer since he had no idea about the location of their headquarters. It was then when he was approached by his longtime friend, Commander Ling, and told that the key to know more about nests is to find the fugitives, K-Dash and Maxima.
Hey, that's where they come in. Okay. Everything's making more sense.
Hyder and Link organized the KOF 2000 for the sake of luring the cartel from their hideout.
Oh,
At the same
okay.
time, they recruited the mercenaries Vanessa and Ramon in order to
Oh.
find the two terrorists and convince them to enter the tournament so they can closely observe them and arrest
That's
them at the end
cool.
of the competition. Link tasked a third mercenary named Seth to enter KOF in order to
This
capture
guy looks
Ron,
cool.
the leader of a clan of assassins, the Flying Brigands. Apparently, Ron had betrayed his clan and joined Ness for obscure reasons. Seth managed to find Lin, Ron's closest friend before his betrayal, and told him that he had more chances to find his former leader if he entered KOF. Then both men joined the competition by teaming up with Benimaru and Shingo. Meanwhile,
Oh.
Ness, who were still unhappy with the betrayal of K-Dash, learned about his participation in KOF and sent the Anti-K, a weapon made specifically to exterminate him with the appearance of an innocent young girl. Her name was Kula Diamond, and to prevent any eventual betrayal from her, like what happened with K-Dash, they assigned two of their top agents to supervise her and provide assistance if needed.
That looks like 3, but okay. That explains that. Okay. That's right. But then to think she kind of joins them later, doesn't she? Oh. Hey, this is so cool.
At the end of the tournament, K-Dash team were invited to a mysterious mansion where they were greeted by Commander Link. He then revealed his true identity. His real name was Zero, and he was a former agent of Ness. His objective was to destroy Ness and take over the world on his own. To do so, he impersonated the real Commander Link, who was already dead thanks to his shapeshifting ability. Then he convinced Hyder to organize KOF so that the fighter's energy could power his Zero Cannon, a
shoot.
space-based weapon made
Double-crossing
from Ness
people.
technology. To demonstrate his power, Zero fired one shot with his cannon, which was enough to wipe a whole city off the map.
What?
K-Dash and his teammates battled against Zero, ignoring the fact that their energy was powering the cannon. After their victory, the weapon was ready to launch a second shot. Thankfully, Kula and her overseers destroyed it, but not before firing one last shot on Zero himself. K-Dash and Maxima were once again separated from the rest of the team and went exploring the destroyed city above them. Zero, who was badly injured, was found by Whip. After he revealed a crucial information to her, which is the fact that she is also a product of Ness experiments and that K-Dash is actually her missing brother,
What?
the young woman executed him.
No
Shortly
way.
after, she joined her younger brother for his resistance
What?
against Ness.
Oh, they're siblings? Okay. That's interesting. I didn't know that. So that's who Whip is. So if anything, Kula
The
didn't come
next
until
year,
later.
NES officially organized KOF 2001. Their purpose is to gather all their enemies in one place and crush them once and for all. They introduced their own team composed by their most powerful agents and led by none other than Kula. K-Dash, Maxima and Whip, who spent the previous year looking for Ness main base, entered the tournament as soon as they heard about it. They were joined by Lin, who tracked their movements in his personal hunt for
This
Ron.
guy looks
Kyo
cool.
joined the competition as well and teamed up with his old friends Benimaru and Daimon as well as Shingo, forming the Japan team. And finally, Seth convinced Iori to join his team composed of Vanessa and Ramon, promising him that he would have his chance to fight his eternal rival during
Oh, I
this tournament.
see. The connections they're smart. And then Mai is just here among all of this. I just find it funny how there's just like Athena and freaking Mai here. Like, Whip is kind of cool. That looks so sick. I wish I knew how to play these games. Oh my god, this Lin guy is cool. Oh, there we go. He got cool on the ropes.
All the teams fought desperately to make it to the finals, but in the end, it was K-Dash's team who won this privilege. They were invited to board a blimp that turned out to be a spaceship. Inside, they met a man who is revealed to be Original Zero, and then challenged them into a fight to entertain
What the
themselves.
heck?
He was joined by Lin's main target, Ron, a revived Chrysalid, and his pet Black
What
Eye.
in the world? Okay, there's a lot going on right now. What the heck? And Chrysalid is, or whatever his name is, got revived. That was the first guy.
However, he was defeated by K-Dash and his teammates just moments before the ship arrived to the space base and chose to stay in the exploding ship while the others ran forward.
Stop.
Oh,
Did
man.
you know every time you shop
They
on
really
Amazon,
went
you're
in with
helping
this.
someone make passive income?
They really went in with this one.
Once inside the satellite, they encountered the CEO
Oh,
of the Nest
who is
cartel, an
it?
old man with the same name as his organization. Ness requested from his rogue agents to return to the cartel, but before he could finish his speech, he was killed by his right-hand man and son, Ignis,
What the-
claiming himself as the new CEO of Nest.
Aw.
Ignis revealed that all the agents like K-Dash, Kula, K49 and such were all just mere guinea pigs made for the sole purpose of his entertainment. He then claimed himself as the new god of mankind and to test his newfound powers attacked K-Dash and his team.
How many final bosses are there in this one? Like, there's so many. This guy's scary. This Alucard looking. Oh, he lost.
Ignis won the fight, and just when he was going to finish K-Dash, other fighters intervened. Kyo and Iori somehow managed to sneak into the ship
Nice.
and made it to the satellite. Kula was also with them, and after hearing the story of her creation from Ignis, decided to
Oh,
join them.
okay. Let's go. Go Kyo.
This time, the combined might of these formidable fighters bested Ignis. However, he wasn't willing to make it easy for them either. Ignis revealed that if he cannot be a god, then he was going to be a demon and set the
what?
satellite to crash on Earth with the intention to kill his enemies with it.
That's scary.
Fortunately, the satellite plunged into the ocean and the fighters inside were safe, most likely thanks to Ron. K-Dash saved Kula from drowning, and as a response, she formed an alliance with him. Both of them wanted to make up for their lost past and forge their own future. As for Kyo and Iori, after they separated from the rest of the group, they went elsewhere and engaged in a fight with an unknown outcome. And that was a brief summary of
Oh
Nest
man, I
Saga.
like that one
Join
though.
us for the next video, where we will dive into the third chapter of KOF, the famous Tales of Ash. I hope you enjoyed this
Famous?
video. Give it a thumbs up if
Aye.
you did, and why not
That's
consider
cap.
subscribing to the channel.
Unless it's good and I'm wrong. I mean, I could be wrong. I just know a lot of people don't like Ash. But I know he's interesting because he's a villain protagonist. I didn't even know he was the
Just like the
protagonist
previous
though.
chapters,
Till
3
later.
games constitute the third arc of the King of Fighters series, Tales of Ash. These games are KOF.
Okay, by the way, the Nest Saga, that was really interesting. That actually woke me up a bit. Like, that was... I really liked that saga. It was really, like, in-depth and stuff. I mean, it's a newer one, so it makes sense. But I could see why people like that one too. But let's see how this one is. So this, I saw... To think, I kind of saw the conclusion to this because I played 13 a little bit. I had no idea what was going on though, so hopefully I get context now of what exactly was happening while I was playing that story. Because I didn't really know what was going on. That's what sucks. If you don't know anything, it's gonna be super confusing. So let's see. I mean, I didn't even know he was the main character of this saga. It's weird. Because he's a boss, so that doesn't really make sense.
3, 11, and 13. And once again,
At least in
SNK
13 he
introduced
is.
a new protagonist, Ash Crimson, an unusual character that was different in every way possible from the previous two heroes, Kyo and K-Dash. His story starts exactly where the Nest Saga has ended. 2 years have passed since the last KOF. The ruthless crime lord Regal was defeated, the legendary being Orochi was sealed, and the self-proclaimed god Ignis was destroyed alongside his cartel nests. The world was in peace, but not for long. One day, the heiress of the Yata clan, Shizuru, appeared to Kyo and Iori, requesting their help to investigate suspicious activities related to the Orochi seal. Her foretelling ability showed her that the next tournament would somehow have dire consequences on the seal. Unfortunately for her, the heirs of the other two clans didn't like the idea to team up with each other again and ended up ignoring her requests. Soon enough, the invitations to the King of Fighters 2003 were sent to the world's best fighters. Regular KOF participants and veteran warriors from other SNK titles received the invitations. Also, new faces were present in this year's edition. Among them, a mysterious individual called Ash Crimson seemed to have his own agenda. Once again, the rules were changed. The striker matches were no longer adopted and the 3 vs 3 method was established again. However, this time, the battles were taking place during one single round, where the fighters of each team could switch places at any time.
That's really cool.
Despite how popular KOF 2003 was, the host remained unknown, and so the Ikari squad were sent to investigate.
Blue Mary hasn't really gotten talked about.
Ralph and his team made it to the finals. They were invited aboard an aircraft with a familiar name, Sky Noah. Inside they met Adelheid and the Rose Bernstein, the children of the former crime lord, Regal. It seemed Adelheid inherited his father's hobby of fighting strong opponents, and so he invited the Ikari warriors and challenged them into a fight.
That's scary. She's playing piano while he fights.
Ready, go!
She's kind of kicking your butt. Oh, he did the thing his dad did. That was cool. What the heck? Hello? Well, tell me he catches up. Oh, I was about to say, what was the point of doing that? It was like weirdly directed.
Unlike his father, however, Adelheid had good sportsmanship, and after losing the battle, he let Ralph and his team leave unharmed despite the opposition of his sister. And for the first time, the Ikari Warriors were declared the official champions of KOF 2003.
Oh,
But
that's
there was
cool.
more to this tournament that these new champions weren't aware of. Somewhere far in a different part of the world, K-Dash's team was attacked by Kyo, who seemed to be totally mad. Soon enough, they discovered that it was Shizuru who organized the tournament and the one who created the Kusanagi copy thanks to her sacred treasure, the Mirror of Yata. Shizuru also created an illusion of her long-dead sister, Maki, and with her help attacked K-Dash and his team.
Why?
さあ始めましょう
Wait, what? Why they're fighting? Hang on. I love their fighting style, so cool.
It turned out that Shizuru was herself mind-controlled by a mysterious puppeteer named Botan and her companion Mukai, both members of a group called Those from the Past. Their objective was to weaken the Oroshi's seal, but unlike the Hakishu who worshipped Orochi, they seemed to have a different goal. Mukai was ordered to not interfere with the tournament, but only to test the winning team to see if they would be able to survive the new age, as he called it. And so he proceeded to challenge K-Dash's team.
ここがあなたの
Oh, that's who that guy is. I've seen him before. Yeah, he's definitely one of the least important ones. 'Cause this is my first time like seeing him fight and stuff. They're just throwing in new villains now all the time. I kinda like how it shows the battles, so you could kinda get an idea of the storyline a little better. A little nice little detail and touch that the YouTuber added. Oh my god.
Despite his defeat, Mukai didn't seem affected in any way and left the scene, but not before promising that they will meet again. Shizuru, who broke free from the control of Botan after her defeat, was at last joined by Iori and the real Kyo, who seemed to finally agree to answer her requests and work together. She was going to fulfill her duty as a guardian and repair the broken seal of Orochi when suddenly was attacked from behind by Ash, and without wasting time, he stole the power of the Yata mirror within her body. He then threatened Iori that he was going to be next before he disappeared, leaving a frustrated Kyo holding Shizuru and swearing vengeance against him. The clan known as Those from the Past already broke the seal, and it was just a matter of time before the fearsome being awakened again. And of course, there is no better way to accelerate this than organizing a KOF tournament which will provide it with enough energy for its awakening.
Oh, it's all leading up to Orochi again, so wave 15 might be the game that Orochi comes back. It was already kinda hinting then. Oh, that's where they
The
come
Secret
in.
Treasure team had to stop their plans and knew that the key to do that was to find and stop Ash. And so, Kyo and Iori, who'd learned from their past mistake,
I'm
decided
a little
to ally.
confused. I thought Shizuru hasn't come back like for a long time, but she seemed to be like really prevalent in the Ash saga. Was she just not playable, and that's really what it was? But I just find it funny how they now all of a sudden do make her playable in the newest one, which makes it feel like something's about to go down. But at the same time, I feel like they're just trying something new. They just wanted to put everyone anyway, regardless of wanting it to be an important game or not. I mean, I'm sure it is going to be an important game, but I feel like that might not be the reason why she's playable. I feel like it's just because the new game, they're trying something new and trying to just put a lot of characters in from the old games that weren't playable for a while.
With each other from the get-go. Unfortunately, Shizuru could not join them, for she would be useless without her powers. Instead, she asked Shingo to replace her and join the Kusanagi Yagami team. Meanwhile, Benimaru and Dulon, Ash's former teammates, were invited by a noble French woman named Elizabeth. She had information concerning Dulon's father, the renegade assassin Ron. She was also Ash's childhood friend and was more than concerned when she learned about his actions in the last KOF. Then they all decided to form the rivals team and join the next tournament with the purpose of stopping Ash.
Hey, Benimaru got drip! He looks so cool. I hope they have that costume in the new... I forget there's costumes too, so they're gonna have all these cool costumes in the new game probably. Hope they have that one. He looks really cool in that leopard like print outfit.
At the tournament's conclusion, the Kusanagi Yagami team crossed the path of an individual called Shion. He was actually waiting for them and was ordered by the host to beat any team who made it this far in the competition. And yes, Shion is a he.
What?
楽しませてくれ
Wait, what? That doesn't make any sense. Come on, KOF, really? That doesn't even make sense. Oh my god. The animations. That was so cool. I never seen this character before. Are they like a one-off character? It's a shame because they fight really cool.
After Shion's defeat, Magaki, the host of KOF, entered the scene and trapped Shion in what it appeared another dimension.
What
Magaki was a member of those from the past, but unlike Mukai, who respected the potential of humans, Magaki despised them and had no respect for them. With the intention to use our heroes as sacrificial lambs, he attacked.
Oh my god, scary. Wait, is that him or... Oh, he's the scariest guy by far. What the heck? Oh, he's scary. Look at that background too. The music. Yeah, you could tell they wanted to make him really like just completely creepy and... Shingo been putting in a lot of work in these final battles.
Despite his defeat, Magaki did not appear injured or even concerned about his loss. While wondering why Orochi was still not awakened, he was planning to leave through a portal when suddenly Shion's spear came from the same portal he created and pierced his body, killing him instantly.
Oh?
The battle with Magaki precipitated the imminent return of Orochi. As a result of its growing presence, Iori entered the uncontrollable riot of the Bloodstain and severely wounded his teammates. Taking advantage of the situation, Ash appeared out of nowhere and stole Iori's Magatama, holding the power of his iconic purple flames. Before he could leave, the rival team caught up with him. Elizabeth insisted to have some explanations from him and was ready to force it with him. Elizabeth...
That's Benimaru? Oh my god, what the heck happened? Why is his hair completely down? What the heck? Looks like Ash.
insisted to have some explanations from him and was ready to force him if she had to. However, Ash discouraged her by exhibiting his newfound powers, and not before long, he disappeared thanks to the Yasa mirror, leaving
Why
a
is his
final
hair back
message.
to normal?
Kyo was his next target.
What the heck?
After nearly being killed by wild Iori, Kyo was hospitalized with Shingo, but he did not wait there for his complete recovery and chose to escape. While wandering in the streets, he was approached by a mysterious kid and his partner
Oh, this is the one I
gave him
played.
an invitation to the next KOF tournament, an invitation signed by R. Kyo met his old pals Benimaru and Daimon and decided to form Team Japan once again.
Cool.
Deprived of his flames, Iori was haunted by Vice and Mature, his former teammates, who were murdered by him back at the end of KOF 96.
Wow.
For inexplicable reasons, they were given the ability to take shape and form in the living world. They learned about Ash and those from the past, and as members of the Hakushu, they were ready to do anything to prevent the Orochi powers from being stolen. And so they convinced Iori to participate to the upcoming KOF, stating that it's the best chance for him to settle matters with Ash. Unlike Shizuru, Iori adapted to the absence of his powers and invented new techniques that made him just as deadly as he was before. As for Elizabeth, she knew that Ash was in France and was participating in KOF. With the help of his former teammates Dulon and Shenwu, she was more than ready to face him one last time and learn the truth behind his actions.
Yeah, that's what I saw. Something about her relationship with him, like she knew him. Oh, okay. This all makes sense now. He stole his power? Well, Terry hasn't been mentioned at all, or them. They're all like comedic. They're just there for fan service. They're not really there to like... Also, why was Kula's hair different?
It was Rose Bernstein who hosted the tournament without consulting her brother, but that was just the facade. In reality, it was those from the past who pulled the strings from the shadows. Their ultimate goal was to rule over humans. However, they already lost the war against them in the past, so they hide in the shadows for centuries, waiting for the perfect occasion to awaken and use the Oroshi's powers in order to open the time gate so they can go back in time and rewrite the history that suits them. Adelheid sensed that there was something wrong with his sister and contacted Haydn, for working with him would be his best option if he wanted to save his sister from Ash and his evil clan. Thanks to Haydn's agents, they found that the time gate was just beneath the stadium where the KOF matches were meant to take place. And with an unprecedented hype, the King of Fighters tournament that will decide the fate of all
Whoa,
humanity.
there's references here. Like, they still come out in the background even if they're not in the game. So that means this pirate girl was always still here. That's cool. I wonder if she'll be playable though in the new one. Probably, most likely. I feel
Starting.
like. Hey, Yuri, look, it's me. It's my main. Come on, Yuri. Aw. This Shen guy looks pretty cool. This game looks so good. I wish I was better at it. It's amazing. I might play it after I play 15. The inputs are so like weird. What the heck are these costumes? Are like color schemes. Why did they make his arms gray and his hair white? The heck?
Rose was congratulating the winning team when suddenly everything stopped as the time gate started to open and those from the past made their entrance, led by their master, Saiki. He ordered his followers to take their positions, and they all disappeared except Mukai, who wanted to defeat the winning team for his master. Annoyed by this small insubordination, Saiki killed him and absorbed his power. Then he revealed his true form and attacked the three warriors, saying that their suffering would please Orochi.
That's who I thought, but I was so confused about. What the heck? This guy's so scary. I remember fighting him, yeah. Okay.
Losing the fight meant nothing to Saiki, but he was much more concerned when he realized that the time gate was closing. This meant bad news for him. If the gate closed before he entered it, he would be stuck in the present, creating a time paradox that would kill him. Just when he figured out who sabotaged the gate, Ash attacked him from behind and absorbed his soul. It turned out that this was his goal from the beginning. Ash stole the sacred treasures from Shizuru and Iori just to gain Saiki's trust and to have enough power to kill him. He never had the intention to help him achieve his goal. But his plan backfired. Saiki's soul was too strong and took control over Ash's body.
That's right, yeah. This part was really weird. Yeah, this saga got a little weird. It's kinda mid. The first two were amazing though. This one was a bit... This one got really like supernatural.
Ash managed to take control over his body again. As the gate was almost closed, Saiki did everything he could to convince Ash to enter the gate, but he didn't. He waited patiently until it was fully shut, which resulted of Saiki being erased from history. However, this decision came with a great cost. Ash was the direct descendant of Saiki, and killing him meant that Ash could never exist, and he was destined to be erased from history as well. Before he disappeared, he had one last conversation with Elizabeth where he apologized to her, and as the flow of time took its natural course, Ash slowly disintegrated, leaving behind him the two sacred treasures for their rightful owners to reclaim.
Oh, okay. So he wasn't really...
Ash was erased from the memories of all who knew him.
Oh.
All except Elizabeth, who just couldn't forget about him.
Because their bond was strong. Oh.
Despite how heroic Ash's sacrifice was, it had one unexpected result.
What the?
But that is a story for another time.
What in the world?
I hope you
That's
enjoyed
what that
this video.
is?
Give it
That's
a
so
thumbs up if you
scary.
did. And why
Okay, that's definitely 14, and we're gonna learn more about that in the new game. I can see that why this next one is short, because it's an uncompleted arc. So even the guy narrating this probably doesn't know the full story.
14 is the first episode of the Verse Saga, which is the fourth chapter of the King of Fighters series. Being the only episode released so far, there are many details that are yet to be explained. Still, plenty of elements are already established during this entry, promising a saga rich
I'm
into
really
its
confused why Kula has golden hair. Also, yeah, that's, you know. But yeah, like what's going on? I'm very confused about this. How come in the cutscene she has blonde hair, but then when you play as her, she has white hair? Or blue hair, I mean. I don't know.
and
It's weird.
surprises that will most likely be the central plot of the upcoming installments. But let's leave the future for now and go back a little bit in the past.
I love how they kept like this art style for the story. That's one thing that has me very interested. Like, it makes me like interested to see the story because it's like they're animated very nicely. You don't have to see like the ugly 3D models, so at least you still see like it throws it back to like the older ones where you see like the anime-esque cutscenes and stuff. That's what makes it like really entertaining, I feel. It looks
Ash
so
Crimson
nice.
sacrificed
I
himself.
love this art style.
A time-space distortion was created when Ash erased Psyche and himself from history when he refused to enter the time gate. It is not clear how this distortion was created exactly. My personal theory is that Elizabeth could not forget about him while he was erased from the memories of all who knew him. Ash should never have existed for her to remember. This is what created the time-space distortion that ended up giving birth to the entity known as Verse. All this reminded me of what happened in The Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time. A totally different game, I know, but if you remember, at the end of this game, the prince went all the way back in time to the start of the game, which allowed him to undo all the actions that he took during the adventure and to avoid his own death. But by doing this, a monster was set to chase him during the second game for the purpose of killing him and thus correcting the normal flow of time. Verse was not created to correct anything, on the contrary, it was a result of the time distortion created by Ash. Verse is made from pure negative energy, and as long as it existed, it created more time anomalies, resulting of characters from different worlds transported to the key waves. As an embodiment of rage and fire that seeks to destroy everything.
That's a cool way of having like making it possible for other crossover characters to come in. Like it relates to the story, but you just know they did that so they could even have more chances to add more characters like Nakaruru and stuff. That's so cool.
Also, after a young man, Shunei, the new protagonist of the saga who possessed a fragment of Verse's soul. Shunei was abandoned at a young age by his parents and was raised as a disciple of Tang Furu. Possessing a fragment of Verse's soul gave Shunei pyrokinesis powers bound to his left side, which allowed him to control fire. He can also summon a claw-like form from his right side. Its origin is a bluish entity that is yet to be revealed. I have no doubt that we will learn more about it in the future episodes. For now, Shunei seems to have total control over his two opposite powers, as long as he keeps training.
Interesting.
A billionaire self-proclaimed
They
champion.
kind of just changed the feel of the series when it went 3D. I'm so glad the new one kind of seems... It makes sense as the newer one did have like that rock song, so it did kind of still give the feel of this one. I'm not liking this new feel, but at least the newer one kind of still reminds you of the older ones, being it just looks nicer. I don't know, it just feels right. This one just feels cheap and ugly, like... Doesn't even remind you of like what the new one is gonna be like. It just looks so much better. It gives a different feel that I like better for the 3D. But like the 3D gives the charm the closest to the 2D ones in the new one, just because it looks so much better and cartoony and just vibrant. This one had like a little too realistic, so it looks weird. Doesn't match, to be honest.
Bought the rights of the King of Fighters brand and organized a
mean,
new
it's still
tournament. He sent invites to
cartoony,
most of the
but
KOF's
it's ugly,
veterans
so it looks more
and challenged them
realistic
to take his
because of
title.
that.
Despite his arrogant and cocky attitude,
match.
Antonov is actually a brave and respectful man with a soft heart. He also seems to be the only KOF host in the entire series who had no hidden agenda behind organizing this latest competition.
I heard of that.
While he has no team and prefers to fight alone, he did hire a team composed of Mian, a Sichuan opera dancer, Sylvie, a former NES product, and a mysterious foul-mouthed man named Kukri. All three of them formed the official invitation team.
What the heck?
Meanwhile, the patriarch of the Kusanagi clan, Saishu, knew that a new evil was about to be unleashed and will cause great chaos, and so he requested his son Kyo and his friends Benimaru and Diamond to enter the tournament in hopes to stop
They
this
look kind
new
of
threat.
good there.
Back from the dead once again, Mature and Vice warned Iori about
It didn't
this
look
new
that
threat,
bad there.
mentioning that this KOF is just the beginning of a nightmare. Then they gave him the invitation to the tournament, which he accepted. After all, Iori was eager to use his purple flames once again, after he was deprived of them in the previous
It looks
KOF.
sick.
Traveling all the way from a different world, Nakururu managed to follow Verse. She was determined to defeat it and end this time-space distortion that he created. She was joined by Mui Mui and Love Heart, who were transported from their worlds against their will. Then the three stranger women entered the tournament.
That's so cool. That's so sick how they're from like different games. This guy's Xanadu looks so creepy. That's a creepy looking character, I've seen him before. My boy Benny Maru looks so cool.
Don't like it when your man takes off his ring?
He's like my favorite
Get him a groove ring.
character.
Hey ladies, we need to have a talk.
At the end of the competition, Antonov challenged the winning team all by himself. Despite being a tough opponent with superhuman strength, he lost the fight. Antonov accepted his defeat and was about to give up his belt to the winning team when suddenly the sky blackened and an unknown force destroyed the arena, then started to take a humanoid shape. The creature known as Verse was formed. Antonov was badly injured during the destruction of the stadium. Thankfully, the new proclaimed champions were safe and ready to stop this new otherworldly enemy.
Did he take over him or? This guy's just backbreaking or suplexing a freaking deity. Oh my god.
Once defeated, Verse blew up and shattered into multiple pieces that flew through the sky. Everybody at the stadium was happy and relieved, thinking that the nightmare was over. What most of them don't know is that Verse contained the souls of many dead characters, mainly antagonists from previous episodes, and by destroying Verse, they were freed and came back to life. The first soul our heroes faced was none other than Orochi. Luckily, Kyo, Iori and Shizuru sensed its presence and found it struggling to maintain a physical form without a catalyst. They quickly destroyed it while it was still weakened. The second soul was Ash Crimson and was found by Kukri, who turned out to be working for Elizabeth. But that's not all. According to Versus win quotes against some specific characters, we know that Rugal, Chrysalid, Ignis, Gaidel, and even Mizuki from Samurai Showdown were also trapped in his body, and now they are free and will most likely be present in KOF 15, or some of them at least. And to top it all, even Verse doesn't seem to be totally destroyed. In its ending, we know that
so you just know all the villains are coming back for this one. That's what's the setup. So that way it could be like an ultimate showdown at the end. And then that'll make sense, being the series kind of went bankrupt and going downhill. They're going like all out for their final project, and they're gonna go like for a Fire Emblem type finale, I'm guessing. And it's gonna be like, it's gonna sell really well, and then the series is actually gonna be like rebooted and actually continue, and they'll start like afresh. That's kind of cool.
Has landed on Australia, implying that it may return as well. I hope you enjoyed this video.
That's a good video.
Give it a thumbs up if you did, and why not consider subscribing to the channel. Thanks for watching.
Hey. Okay.
Grand Canyon University, a Christian university, is
Kind of want to watch the lore trailers now. I mean, lore or whatever, like I want to watch them. They seem interesting, but I don't know who to watch. Ooh, I love that. That looks sick. His like telling the story of fighting games. I love that what's it called, banner. That YouTube banner. It looks so sick. I want a banner like that. It looks so cool. It looks freaking amazing. I love the art style of that game too. Okay, so let's learn about some of these characters. Let's see, Orochi, Ness, Ash first, Yamazaki. That's his favorite character, so that's why he started with him. And then the most popular character, Yori, and then the main character. You could tell that's why he did it in that order. Then Leona, because she's like the female with like the most interesting story, I guess. Then K-Dash, Chizuru, Ryo, Kim, Athene. I watched Terry's. I don't need to rewatch it. I feel like I know Terry's story by heart, and that's more of a Fatal Fury story. He's not really a King of Fighters character. Like, he doesn't really have storyline in the King of Fighters story. I feel like he's kind of just like a guest. Could be wrong though. I probably just forgot, but I know he's like a side character. He's more like a fan service throwback character. He's like the Mario. Why not? Let's learn about Yamazaki. I want to know who this guy is a little bit more.
くだらねえ。100年早えんだよ。
Ryuji Yamazaki. Is he a Yakuza boss, a member of the Hakishu, or just an insane wanted criminal that enjoys torturing and killing?
Oh my god.
Yamazaki was born in Okinawa, Japan. He had a very difficult childhood, like any orphan kid who had to grow up and survive alone in the streets. One day, he saw a well-dressed Yakuza boss named Sorimachi. The sight of the man made a huge impact on little Yamazaki. And since then, his only dream was to be just like this classy man. Years have passed before Yamazaki left town and joined the world of the organized crime. And step by step, he ended up working under the man he admired since his youth, Sorimachi. The sharp eyes of the Yakuza boss saw the potential of Yamazaki and his monstrous strength, and so he made him his personal bodyguard. This was the happiest day in Yamazaki's life. Sorimachi noticed the incredible power of Yamazaki's dominant arm. He praised him for that and advised him to keep it in his pocket as a secret weapon and not use it unless he really had to. To this day, Yamazaki still follows this precious advice. But his perfect life will come to an end during one fateful day. He was ambushed with his boss by a rival gang. Sorimachi was tortured and brutally murdered in front of Yamazaki's eyes. Witnessing his father figure being killed with such savagery changed Yamazaki forever. At that moment, something broke in his mind. He lost all sanity he had, and the cruel, sadistic psycho that we all know was
That's
born.
why.
Shortly after, Yamazaki killed his superior and boss's rival, an act that is considered as a suicide among the Yakuza. Hunted down by the clan members, Yamazaki had no choice but to leave Japan and flee to Hong Kong.
Oh man.
Once there, Yamazaki wasted no time and started his own business, continuing his criminal career as an influential broker, weapons dealer, and drug trader. After joining the Chinese mafia, he was hired by the Jin brothers as a bodyguard. His mission consists mainly of protecting a mysterious artifact called the Scrolls of Immortality. His infamous brutal actions attracted more and more the local authorities to him, especially one police detective called Honfu, who was also a very skilled martial artist. And although he never succeeded to catch Yamazaki, his relentless attempt to arrest him forced the crime boss to leave the country and escape from the law.
Shall be clear as the powers will be useful. Now, the fourth phase is about to begin.
Yamazaki's involvement with the King of Fighters tournaments started officially in '97. Before that, participating in one of their editions did not interest him, though he enjoyed watching some matches while hiding among the crowd. One day, he was approached by Billy Kane, who invited him to join his team composed of himself and a private detective named Blue Mary. Yamazaki refused at first, but then he accepted with the condition of being paid double the amount of the tournament's prize money. Billy was following the orders of his master, Geese Howard, a notorious crime lord who participated in KOF 96. Geese was there when Genitz, the leader of the Hakishu, attacked the winning team at the tournament's conclusion. He saw how, once defeated, Genitz activated the Riot of the Blood in Iori Yagami and witnessed with his own eyes how he went berserk and killed his teammates Michur and Vice. Geese was intrigued by what he saw and wanted to know more about the Orochi blood and its effect on humans. If he can somehow use the power of Orochi for his own goals, that would make him the ultimate boss of Southan or even the entire world. He also knew that there was something odd about Yamazaki and suspected that he might be related to this Orochi in a way or another. The next year, Geese made his move. First, he ordered one of his followers to recruit Mary with the mission to join Billy's team and observe both Yamazaki and Iori during the tournament. Of course, she had no idea that she was actually working for Geese. Then he tasked Billy to recruit Yamazaki and keep an eye on both him and Iori. Billy and Mary had no idea that their crazy teammate was actually a member of the Hakishu and had pure Orochi blood flowing in his veins. At the end of the competition, the New Faces team, who turned out to be members of the Hakishu, were awakened and embraced their identity as Heavenly Kings, ready to live and die for their master Orochi. But Yamazaki was different. Although he knew everything about his true nature, he had no intention to serve anyone or anything but his own interests. He was totally immune against Orochi's influences, for even the legendary being cannot mind control someone who already lost his mind. Yamazaki was here for the money and nothing more. He couldn't care less about resurrecting a demon that he was supposed to worship and serve. This was something that Billy should have known when he decided to not pay Yamazaki as agreed at the end of the competition, for nothing will stop him to come after and attack whoever owes him money, even if it's the fearsome crime lord Geese Howard. Though their differences seems to have been peacefully solved at the end, because 6 years later, at the 2003 tournament, Billy once again invited Yamazaki to enter KOF with him and a martial artist named Gato. This time, Billy was assigned to keep an eye on both of his teammates, especially Gato, since his father could be tracking Geese. The end of the competition showed, however, that neither Yamazaki or Billy have forgotten what happened at the end of the 97th tournament and still hold grudges against each other. And so they engaged into a fight with an unknown outcome.
What time is sunset today?
Today, sunset is at 8:43 p.m.
Take me to the closest tennis court.
Make the most of your game with Google.
Oh my god.
Yamazaki is a very unpredictable man. Sometimes he is calm and confident, almost looks like a respectable gentleman. The second later, he's totally nuts, yells and curses while laughing hysterically.
Did he
He
just?
is a pure brawler
What?
and fights like an enraged animal. He doesn't follow any martial discipline. In fact, he hates martial
Oh my
arts. That's why
God.
destroying dojos is one of his hobbies. That and collecting knives that he always uses during his fights, except in KOF 14, which is a shame. Yamazaki never fights fair. In addition of backstabbing people, literally, he doesn't hesitate to use other dirty tricks, like kicking sand on the opponent's eyes. He uses his superhuman strength to empower his street fighting techniques, as is the case with his headbutts that create small explosions when executed. But his signature move is his iconic snake arms. Yamazaki can move his arms so fast that it increases their range, allowing him to hit his enemy from distance, almost as if he's using a whip. With such incredible speed, his arms become barely visible. He can also absorb energy projectiles thrown by his opponent and use it to empower himself. But that's not all. Thanks to his Hakisho nature, he can also choose to infuse the said projectile with his own blood and send it back to his attacker. Most of these techniques are performed while his dominant arm is still in his pocket, but when he chooses to finally use it, it's when things get real ugly.
I don't know why that was so funny. The way he froze that frame.
However, all these powers do not compare with his most precious asset, that is his natural insanity. While other strong characters are so weak against Oroshi's control, Yamazaki's insanity grants him total immunity against it. And because of that, he even believes he's better than the rest of the Hakishu. He considers the Heavenly Kings pathetic, and whenever he encounters them, he just laughs hysterically at their faces. While the Hakishu members are dead by now, Yamazaki managed to outlive them all, living the life that suits him, and so far seems to be doing very well as a crazy sadistic psycho could be.
What the heck? That's scary.
I hope you enjoyed this video.
Well, at least
Give
I
it a
know now
thumbs
why
up
he's
if you did,
popular.
and why not consider
Not my
subscribing
type
to
of
the
character,
channel.
but he's
Thanks for
definitely interesting, I guess.
KOF 14 is the first episode of the Verse Saga, which is the fourth chapter of the King of Fighters series. Being the only episode released so far, there are many details that are yet to be explained. Still, plenty of elements are already established during this entry, promising a...
I promise I didn't mean to pause there. I just came back and paused it now. That frame though. I'm so glad the stream like buffered like right when it ended, so at least it got caught on stream what we were watching. I didn't have to rewind it and like play it all over again. That's probably the only thing that sucks is that if I ever have to like watch something and then if it buffers, it's like you guys could miss it, but then I wouldn't see the buffering happening, meaning you guys will be missing it, but then me, I'm seeing it, meaning I'll have to like rewind it, and it'll be depending when I catch it, so then I'll like have to rewatch that whole segment again, so you guys could see it. I hope that like never happens in the future. What should we watch next? Calling on Athena, I feel like that's how they pronounced it. Oh, but in Japan that will be how it is. I think that's just how they pronounce it. It's Athena. Athena and Blue Mary, Benimaru, Vanessa, Joe. Kinda interested in Whip now since they don't talk much about Whip at all. I want to review everybody at one point, but oh, we might as well do Garo too. I didn't even know that was here. We could learn about Rock Howard. I think I watched that. I might want to rewatch that one again because I kind of forgot about that one. I just want to be paying attention when I do this. I don't want to like miss out. Because there was one point when I was watching the Yamazaki video that I was like not paying attention for like 30 seconds. And I'm like, I caught myself like, oh shoot, I need to like. But that's mostly because I'm tired, so it's like. What's wrong with my internet on my phone? What's going on? There we go. Hold on, I'm checking tweets. Kinda wanna play King of Fighters. Not gonna lie. What's going on my Switch? Okay. Hey Sean, how you doing? Welcome. Good to see you on the chat. I assume it's your first time here, being we just met. Good to see you. I'm a little tired today, so it's kind of a bad example of my commentary, I guess. Tomorrow we're gonna be streaming for real. This is just kind of like a super lazy chill stream just to keep me up because I'm trying to fix my sleep schedule and stuff. So yeah. Oops. Okay. There we go. What should I play? I don't want to play King of Fighters. Eh, why not?
Pick out your partner. Choose enemy.
I suck at this. Kinda just playing for fun. Maybe we should try Genshin, but it was lagging a lot last time, so I don't know about that one. But that might have been because I kept the thing open. I never actually tried it with having, like with the new strategy of having Streamlabs minimized, so it's as if Streamlabs is not even open when you have it minimized, so that might actually work, to be honest. See you next time. Porunerefu wins. The heck was that? I didn't even talk. I don't know how to do my special. was trying to do it. Porunarefu wins. Hey, it's Terry. This might be my best time playing this game, and I'm playing when I'm tired. I feel really comfortable. I mean, I still have to learn the short hopping. So. I hate pausing it to like check their moves, but I really need to. Oh my god, I just hate scrolling that much. Okay, so back B, front AC. Okay. There we go. Knee to the face. Porunarefu wins. Oh, I love this song. This guy's so fun to play as. Ay, ay, ay. Ooh. See you next time. I'm trying to do my special. Hey, Rainy! If you're tired while you're streaming, friend, just rest. It's because I'm trying to fix my sleep schedule, so I'm trying to stay up as long as possible. So that way I could fix it. Cause if I stay up, I could finally like wake up at a normal time and stuff. And it's so I could play Ace Attorney. Cause with Ace Attorney, I want to have like energy and stuff. That's the reason I'm not streaming that yet. Cause I want to be like back to my normal sleep schedule, feeling full of energy and stuff. And that's why I'm not streaming that. I would have streamed it on day one, but my sleep schedule's already messed up on that day, so I had to wait until I fixed it. It took me like 4 days. So I'm really using the stream as a way to just like keep myself up, because there was a time I streamed where I stayed up. I was like up 12 hours already, and I still streamed afterwards, and it somehow kept me awake. So far it's doing a good job of keeping me awake again today. Yesterday I made it to 4 p.m. and then I knocked out. Right now it's 2:30 p.m. so still got a long way to go. I want to see if I could at least make it to 6 o'clock. I'd be trying to fix my sleep schedule too, but it's been kind of hard. Yeah, I definitely relate to that. It's good to see you though, Rainy. I'm glad you're here. Maybe you could strike up a conversation I could talk about. It'll keep me up. And again, the more I talk, the more I feel like I'm using a lot of energy. And I get, like, tired more easily. But I'm so desperate to play Ace Attorney though, if I'm being honest. But I want to be right awake for that game. Well, it's nice to see you play other games. Is this your first time playing? No, this is King of Fighters. I don't think you were on those streams. But yeah, King of Fighters, I just play, usually I do it on chill streams. And I practice a bit. I play it casually, just try to learn it before 15, the new one comes out. But yeah, it's not my first time playing. I had this game for a few years. But I'm trying to like take it a bit more seriously and like learn how to play and stuff. Porunurefu wins. I have to say that every time. He looks like Porunurefu. Kula Diamond. Will her name be Kura in Japan? probably. Oh, you're taunting me? Oh, you're taunting me. What the? What? You trick me. He's trying to trick me. Don't yawn at me. Oh, nice. Porunarafu wins. It's a thing, these guys still need to get announced. Do people even like these guys? Oh wait, apparently they are popular. That's why they come out in almost every game. But I'm just surprised because they're just like, you go based on their looks, they're a little like meh. Well, apparently they're good characters. Like, I don't know. This guy's just a big guy with a jail balls. Like, I don't know. Never interests me. Oh, hi, Legendary. Oh, yeah. I remember you. You're the one with the Legendary Anime Japan fan. I believe I saw you on a stream not too long ago. You are in my level of retro gaming. Why, thank you. Oh, you saw that? Darn it, he hits so hard. Yeah, he hits hard, so I have to be careful. Get out of here. See you next time. Bam, 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 bam. Get out of here. I meant to say, is the music loud? How's the music, guys? I think it's fine. Bam. Get out of here. Porunurefu wins. Again. Uh-oh. It's time for Doc Ock. This guy's so hard to beat without using the... He's such a cheater. I do not like this guy. Look at that. 2 hits and it's more than half of my... This guy's such a cheater. He could attack from far away to make you approach. Like, how do you even beat this guy? Then he just kind of goes into it. This guy's so broken. But you have to attack him mid-range, I feel like. If you get too close, he's gonna do that move. If it's too far, he's gonna be sending stuff at you. Nice. To play really safe against him. Surprised I'm playing this good against him. Ah, I hate that move. Ooh, nice. Okay. Ooh. He's such a cheater. Oh my god, he's such a cheater. You see that? It's like, it's so hard to approach him because he keeps doing that double kick thing. Look at that. You see? It's even, once you get, he's gonna do it. It's like, it's almost like you have to bait it out. I notice his defense is not up a lot though. And mid-range, he's kind of like, doesn't do anything. But it's like hard to approach him. Kind of have to whiff him. Darn it! Oh my god, it's like... Oh my god, yeah, this guy is so hard. That guy... This is the only way I beat him. You see, I had to be Porunurefu color to defeat him. Now we're ready. He still got me. Stop laughing. Cheater. Oh, why could I hate? He's such a scaredy cat. Yes, nice. Get out. He even sounds like Porunurefu. got scared. He's right there. No! Ah, he just grabbed me. Ah, really? You didn't even know I was gonna approach. You're using CPU knowledge. Not fair. What the heck? Are you serious? You just came and did it to me? Can't do that. Why did I do that? Oh my god. Come on, man. What? Hello? It's annoying. That move is so annoying. No, you're not getting me. What the heck was that? He barely does that move. No, not this time. No. What? He was gonna... I was about to say, if he did it on my... Ow. You... What? Really? He wasn't even in range. And he just threw it out. It's like the computer just senses as soon as you get in range, just throw it out. But it's not fair because I don't know how to. Ah, that's dumb. Oops, wrong color. Okay. If he wins this round, I'm done. About to see. Get out of here. Yes. Come on. Yes. Let's go. He even did a victory. A victory pose. I think he always does that, but it just looked like... Uh-oh. This guy cheating. He doesn't want to lose. Yes. Yes! Come on. I'm scared. Come on. No! What the heck? You cheater. No, come on. No, I'm not losing this. Come on. Are you... He just ran up to me and did it. No, if he catches up, I'm so done. I'm throwing my controller. Stop laughing. No, you gotta be kidding me. No, no, no. No, 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 no. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. Are you... He just starts getting harder at the end. No, 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 no. No, no. Are you... You got... No. No, please. No. 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 I'm so scared. No! Are you freaking kidding me right now? We were like... He reverse 3-0'd me. He actually reverse 3-0'd me. I'm like... speechless. Watch us get back to that point so easily. But then when we get... as soon as we get to the last round, we're gonna start choking. You're a cheater. You could just get up into it. Okay, there's goes one. Come on. We got this. Cheater. Oh, I hate that move so much. Get out. Why did I do that? What the heck? He just threw that out so fast. That was so much damage. No. Get him. To get aggressive. Come on. It's time. Come on. I'm nervous. I'm trying to do my... Yes! No. 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 Come on. Yes! Let's go! That was crazy. Hey! What the heck? That was so funny. I never seen that. I mean, I've beat this before, but I don't remember this. Have I beaten this? Wait, was this my first time beating it? Was that 98 that I'm getting confused with? I think I beat 98. I don't think I ever beat 2002. I don't remember this. Did I saw Yuri? I didn't see Yuri. What the heck? What? Oh my god, these animations are sick. That's me. That's me with Samus. What in the world? This is so cool. Yeah, I definitely never saw this. What the? That's what we. Why does he? He bites people and swings them around, but he did it for his cap. What in the? Okay, what is happening? Oh my god, this is hilarious. What in the world? This is so cool. Oh my god, the animations actually look like they're playing around with them to look like different things. What? Yeah, please. He just bonked him. Wait, what? Oh shoot, wait. Those were the... That was weird. Those were the characters from the NES Saga. Are they in this version? I don't know. That was sick though. That was so cool. Okay. How's chat doing? You guys alright? Chat been kinda quiet. I wanna know who's here watching, lurking in the chat. Oh look, no Mother 3. I mean Earthbound. As weird as this sounds, I kinda wanna play Donkey Kong Country 3. I don't know why. Just kind of in the mood of this one. Chat abandoned me. Sup, chat? You abandoned me? Where you at? Banana bird. Lake orangutango. Ba bum 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 Kinda wanna be Kitty Kong. Ba-na-na-na-na. Just checking the sun. Whoop. Nice. That is so cool. That's like a secret you could do with Kitty Kong. You just had to get over here. I like how Dixie's hair just blows in the wind. It's funny. Oh, sorry if I sneezed in the mic. Give me a second, guys. Okie dokie. We'll need saves. And we have skill. No, I'm kidding. No, I want to do it. Whoa. Never mind. Nice. Ba-da-na, ba-da-na-na. A boo da ba da bee da ba boo ba. And a life. There you go. Okay. Oh, you can only do it 3 times. That sucks. I thought you could keep doing it. Unless I'm just not doing it right. I like how he kind of jumps fast out of the water. Oh no, Dixie does too. I feel like him a little more though, because he's heavier. So glad that doesn't hurt me. Just pushes me. Whoa! Uh-oh. Wait, what? Oh, we just missed that. We go under. Okay. I thought we couldn't proceed. These graphics are out of this world for an old game. It's crazy. missed it. No. Are you serious? Yeah, what the? Pfft. Annoying. He just like went through the entire wall. What the heck? You saw that? Oh, the ice level. I like the ice level. It's like first time there's an ice level in the first world for no reason. These guys have such a funny face. Fun story, I used to pause it. Like when they turn, because I always wanted to see how they look right when they turn. I used to do this with my brother when we played this game. There we go. I used to like doing that as a kid. Am I the only one that did that with like video games? I like to like pause it right on their face. They're just so derpy looking and funny. Why they look like that? Speed running. Let's go Kitty. I like Kitty seems like the better speedrun character. Something about the way his momentum is tells me that he's probably better. His momentum's really good. Dixie's a little like wonky the way she moves. I like how these games are like built to speedrun. That's so cool. Look at that. Look at that speed. I should speedrun these games, man. Looks so fun to speedrun. Oh, it's this level. Long-winded levels. I don't really like these levels that much. Oh, I don't like this level. It's my least favorite level in the game. It's too long-winded. I don't like gimmick levels. And he's scared of the... She's scared of the mice. Kind of dumb. It's a cool mechanic. It really shows like how much this push like the limit to the Super Nintendo AI, but like, or programming, but still, it's just an annoying mechanic. It's definitely cool. It's just. I almost hit that. Oh my god. Hurry. Oh my god. So close. Sayonara. These faces. Oh, I know what to do. We have to get Dumbo up here. These are the things I'm talking about. There shouldn't be puzzles in my Donkey Kong Country. I like the momentum of part 1 and 2 better. A lot of people complain about that. How to go all the way back, really? No, I'm getting tired. No, come here. That's so cool. I will say that's awesome, that mechanic. No, I shouldn't be playing. It's gonna get me more tired. I just skipped through that. You saw that. I like cheated it. It was their fault for putting 2 mice. Uh-oh. Did I like break the game doing that? Oh, I just had to go like that, okay. Okay, last level and I think we'll end the stream. Here we go. I hate how, like, hard this is for no reason. And it's like a time limit too. And it's like Crocomire, is that his name? From Super Metroid. Except you could actually die just from this. Is a like hard first boss. Because if you're not good, I could see this being really hard for people. So the aiming is very precise. And then you have a time limit too. He looks like something from like Plant World. I love this world, but we're gonna have to stop here. I'm getting really tired. I'm gonna try relaxing. Okay, thank you guys for watching. I somehow able to stay up, so yeah, pretty fun stream. Like this video if you enjoyed it. Hopefully tomorrow we get into Ace Attorney. I'm nice and full with energy and not like, this is just a stream to like keep me, to fix my sleep schedule. So hopefully it was still fun. We got to review the King of Fighters storyline, which was really cool. So yeah, like this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to see more of my stuff, and I've been the chosen one. I'll see you on Nintendo. God bless.